I would highly recommend him. He's kind of a no BS guy.
The systems we put in place with him, we're looking at doing 400 transactions this year.
To systematically increase your net worth is something that we never talk about. You know, so when you measure team morale, or like team buyer agent hustle, you know, that could be like a core value of you that shows up as a strategic indicator that you want to track. So personal observations and a feel for your business, while important, are only part of the picture. Emotionally based observations are often a far cry from reality. Going through this certification process through eMyth, you know, has been a real cool process for me, because some of these things, we'll get into some of the leadership styles, and I see like I think there's 9 of them. I see like four of them apply to me, and none of them are really good. So like head in the sand disassociation, you know, me, as I was launching this coaching business, wanting to think that everything's kind of peachy keen, and Cherie kicks ass in what she does, but more so I kind of disassociated myself a little bit from the team. So it's an eye-opener when you have to kind of really take a realistic look at what's going on. So it's easy to lose touch with the pulse of your business and know if it's moving toward your vision or not. You need a systematic way to track your progress, especially on the intangibles of your business, to make sure that how the business lives inside of you is square with the outside world. So the goal is to line up your experience with your business with how it's actually showing up, and tracking your progress, as with anything, is critical. So key strategic indicators involve the quantification of the intangibles, the state of your business, with an emphasis on elements spelled out in your company vision. So obviously the easy ones are like client satisfaction. There are some measures for that, right? But when it comes to like world-class being like the true measure that we want to give our clients, you know, most of us are focused on growing, when if we just focused on, I think you guys have done a good job of that. Man, if we just focus on delivering a crazy experience for our clients, the growth is going to come. Although we don't always pay attention to them, these indicators exist. The key is to identify them, quantify them, and track them consistently. Measurable indicators are more common. I talked about those. The big ones are buyer sides, buyer volume, buyer GCI, seller sides, seller volume, seller GCI. The margins on both sides are critical, that you know those and you track those. And then your expenses really should be broken down into 2 buckets, so you can kind of forecast this out. Things that you can get rid of, you know, so if shit hits the fan, there are certain fixed expenses that you can't get rid of, and expenses that you can. So there's a measurable indicators, and then some of the intangibles, the non-measurable indicators, are harder to pin down. So how do you measure employee inspiration, fulfillment? You can't easily measure them, but you can quantify, track, and use them for informed decision making. You must identify the factors that are vital to achieving your vision, and devise a way to quantify them. And these are the KSIs.